really what we were doing in this last session was building, you were getting a chance to build and revise your own vision for what success in round zero will look like in your region with your core. And that's so important. And during the planning period, I saw people going back to their benchmarks and their targets and really checking them and fine-tuning them. I saw people thinking through what they're going to do for their second-year core members and what their second years will need from them. And now, hopefully, you've really grounded yourself in where you're going to take your region. And I think the next step is to think about, now, what's it going to take to bring your team along with you, to build a shared vision with them, to set them up for round zero? What expectations are they going to need? What coaching and developing are they going to need? And that, preparing your team layer, is what we're going to work on in this session, which I think is very exciting. So as we shift to through PDIs, we're going to be coming back to the layer of your round zero plan that involves the objectives and actions that you've been thinking about for staff training. And we really want to answer 3 big questions by the end of tomorrow morning. Those big questions are, first, what will it really take to execute round zero successfully at a PD level, so that our core members are teaching meaningful objectives and our students are learning them from the beginning of the school year, and also so that our PDs are building the foundations of catalytic relationships with their core members and are really setting them up for success. The second big question we want to answer is just what pitfalls do we know from prior experience or that we can anticipate based on our new model are our PDs going to encounter? And finally, based on the pitfalls that we're anticipating for our PDs, what training and support are they going to need, and how can you plan for that in your round zero plans? The way we're going to answer these questions is similar to the experience we just had. We're going to set the stage by envisioning success in our PDs, and then thinking also about how your PDs are going to be managing outcomes and tracking progress throughout round zero. And then we're going to walk through each phase of round zero and anticipate what the experience will be for your PDs and what that's going to mean they're going to need from you. So I want to actually start with our first question and come back to our outcomes for round zero and think expansively about what success will look like at the PD level. And the way I'd like to do this is for you to turn to your tables and have a 5-minute discussion where you generate as complete a list as you can of the various actions PDs are going to need to take in round zero to be successful. We could spend several days talking about that as a quick note, but we're not going to do that because really what we're trying to do with this discussion is to set a scope for what we're all thinking about for our PDs, so you can keep that in mind and use it to prioritize throughout the rest of our session.